Now these are the two boxes that I'm advertising, and I'll just show you. If you come around the other side of the car, hello again. Right, here's the two boxes. Now the first box, I'll just jump into the driver's seat now. Right, the first box, the yellow box, called yellow because it's a yellow box, contains all the connectors that you'll ever need when the car is one of these pre-OBD connector 16-pin type cars. You'll probably never really need these, but you do have, and they're listed on the listing. But you've got Mitsubishi, Mazda, Toyota, etc., etc. You've also got the expensive Mercedes, which is a plug-in and powered-up connector, and you've got a selection of others. There's the BMW one and various others. So there's loads of connectors, as I say, which are listed. Now I'll just move that down here, out of the way, and then this is the main box you'll probably always use. If I open it up, there we go, and inside we have the main handheld computer, similar to the PDA, you know, the handheld computer. And also we have the Bluetooth transmitter. Now this Diagun is a Bluetooth, is a new innovation, and it actually uses Bluetooth technology. This transmits to this. I'll show you in a second. In the box we've got other connectors, manual connections if you need to use manual connections. We've also got this plugs into the car, into the OBD connector of the car. In awkward positions where you can't get this in, you've got a sort of a connector like that as well. You've got a little cable. But today we're going to use, it's got the British 3-pin plug, by the way, and connectors for printers, the USB printers, which connects into the little slot there, and then into the printer that's printing. Right, if you just kind of come in a little bit, all I need is these two items here. That's all I need, these two items. Now, this is a Renault Megane Scenic 2. So with the connector in this is just down here. So if you look, that's the connector, which you find as standard equipment on most vehicles after about 97, 98. So this is what you'll be coming across. Now all I do, I connect this, I'll put this into here, like that. You'll then find the power and start flashing blue, which is typical blue for Bluetooth technology. Now it's transmitting data to this handheld computer. Now with this computer, I got a little stylus stick, touch screen, like that. What I'm going to do is put the ignition on this car. I won't start the engine for a moment. I'll just put the ignition on. Now you have to wait 8 seconds on this particular model until you get a click. Okay. Now with this computer, I switch it on at the top. There you are. It takes a few moments, comes up with X431 Diagun. Now Diagun, by the way, while we're waiting, is part of the Launch company. The Launch Diagnostics have been around for about 20 years. One of the biggest players in the world, and the producers of garage equipment. And they've won numerous awards, which I've shown you on the site there. Anyway, we come to the first screen. You might not be able to see it, but you either got a cable connection where you can just simply use the old-fashioned method of connecting via a cable from the box, or we're going to use Bluetooth. And today we're going to use Bluetooth, so I'll just double-click that, like a computer. Comes up with the first screen showing all the different manufacturers. Now there's 12 listed on this page. Renault, Peugeot, Suzuki, Land Rover, Fiat. Next page, another 12, that's 24, another page. Third page, 36. Final page, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45 manufacturers. Actually, it's 44 plus an OBD generic. Anyway, let's go back to, oops, went back to the beginning. But if I just simply start again, Renault, because we're in a Renault. Highlight that, press OK, comes up with a version 37.5. Now 37.5 for the Renault is the latest version, 2000 up to 2009. Alright, press OK. It's now analysing the car via, remember this transmitter? It's transmitting data into it. Okay, you just give it a few moments. Remember, you can use this from about 30 meters, about 100 feet away. So you can actually go in your office or your house, kitchen, have a cup of tea while you're doing your diagnostics. So it's much more civilized. But we're going to just sit in the car, okay? Now it comes up with a list: Twingo, Modus, Clio, Clio 2, blah blah blah. But this is a Scenic, so let's go next page, see if it's on the list. Ah yes, Scenic. Scenic 2, that's what this is. Press Scenic 2, then it comes up with all the various options: injection, air conditioning, automatic gearbox, ABS, airbags. So if you've got an airbag light on, you go to the airbag system because it'll clear all these faults. But let's go to injection. Injection. Now it's reading the data from the injection, and it comes up with various information on codes and serial numbers. Let's go into it a bit deeper and press OK. Now it's got a situation where you've got computer identification, read fault code, clear fault code, read data streams and actuators. Let's read any fault codes. It's now seeing if there's any fault codes. It says no fault codes, so there weren't any fault codes to clear. Read data stream. Now, if I press in read data stream, it'll come up with several pages of impact detected, computer after ignition, inlet air temperature, water temperature, rail pressure, many alternator flow, synchronization, engine immobilizer, fan control 1 and fan control 2, airflow damper, boost pressure, many. And let's just go to let's go to fuel flow correction for cylinder number 3. Let's just check the fuel flow in cylinder number 3. Right, start the engine, press that, fuel flow cylinder number 3. I'm just checking what the parameters are at the moment, and you can check that with the factory what they should be. Press OK. It's now analysing it, and it comes up with the value and the units. Now you can also, and it's a forever changing value. It's showing minus 2.08, but you have to use this as a value from a reference point already known to check the fault final. But anyway, this is just an example. It graphs it as well, so you have a graph, fuel flow correction for cylinder graph, and it's real time as it just goes through its. I'll just accelerate a little bit, increase the fuel. It's very difficult to see, but it will graph that. Going back, let's try and find something else. Inlet air temperature. Inlet air temperature at the moment. A value of 51.6 Celsius, and it's just an amazing amount of information, page after page after page. It's as good as the Snap-on. It's better, in fact, I think, than Snap-on. From my opinion, it's easier to use. Let's have a look. Actuators. So you can actuate your EGR solenoids can be actuated. Rail pressure regulator, damper flaps, turbocharging solenoid can be actuated, so you can hear it clicks and see if the valves are working. Anyway, that's it really. Let's have a look at airbags. That's always something that always comes up, an airbag warning light. So, I've just gone, let's see if there's any, read fault codes. What a shame, there's no fault. Just when you need a fault, there's no fault. Alright. Anyway, I think you get an idea of how it all works, but it's very, very comprehensive. Okay, well, I'll just switch off, and thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.